Alrighty. Alrighty. Good morning, everybody. Hope you all are having an amazing Sunday. I am meteorologist Liam Kenny, and if you are just waking up, we are now witnessing a major Category 4 hurricane. Last night, Hurricane Ida undergoed extreme rapid intensification and is now a major Category 4 hurricane with maximum sustained winds of 150 miles an hour. This is potentially a life and death situation. Notice how on our forecast column they're expecting this system to get even stronger as we get near landfall to a 155 mile per hour Category 4 hurricane. We are within Category 5 hurricane range. This system is an absolute beast. Look at this enhanced satellite. Perfect, well-defined eye wall. Everything that you would want to see within a major hurricane we have. It is so close to the Louisiana coastline. This system is approximately less than probably 40 miles from the center of Grand Isle. And because the winds are going to be so strong, we now have an excessive wind warning for the area that could be hit by the strongest winds. I'm going to go ahead and show you that right here on some of my messages that I gotten. Right here, look at this. We now have an extreme wind warning. This does include Houma, Grand Isle, also getting into Davent, Dulac, Crocodile, all these areas. The hazard includes extremely dangerous hurricane winds. The action to take, you need to move to an interior room now if you haven't already. Take a look at some of the things that we're already seeing right here. This says that Jefferson Parish says that 28 people unfortunately have chosen to stay on the island as Ida is nearing, and this is the only road to get off. And look at it; it is already flooding, and this system has not even come on land yet. The outer bands are just now coming in. We haven't even seen the bulk of the system come in. This is absolutely incredible. I know, this is unbelievable, Traveling John. If any of you that are watching have any questions or comments, feel free to leave those down in the live chat. I'm watching it right now, and I can just answer those for you. Here's a video from somebody's home surveillance. Once again, this is the only road that people can get off the island, and it is already flooding. Once again, unfortunately, it says that 28 people have chosen to stay on the island for the duration of this system. This system could potentially be a life-threatening situation. We did just get a brand new tweet from Dr. Rick Knabb, and he says, quote-unquote, "I desperately wish the forecast hadn't become reality. Rapid intensification to Category 5 or 5 right before landfall is the hurricane scenario we've always dreaded the most. Shelter like you would for a tornado." Once again, a potentially life-threatening situation is unfolding here in the state of Louisiana. Give me just a second. I'm going to go ahead and share this link to my social media so that way people can get on here and see the latest details. I'm going to be covering this system all day long, as you might have guessed, to make sure that you are up to date on everything that you need to know. Live hurricane coverage. This is a extremely dangerous situation for millions of people across the southeast. All right. Once again, this is a 150 mile per hour Category 4 hurricane, potentially almost a major Category 5 hurricane. So glad this is not in South Carolina. Yeah, you and me both. I mean, I want a hurricane, but I don't want a hurricane this bad at all. Give me just a second. I'm trying to show the latest tweets. Okay, this is the tweet that I had just showed you, quote unquote, from Dr. Rick Knapp, the hurricane expert at the Weather Channel. Quote unquote, desperately says, "I desperately wish the forecast hadn't become reality. Rapid intensification to Category 4 or 5 right before landfall is the hurricane scenario we have always dreaded the most. You need to shelter like you would for a tornado." Okay, this is from Dr. Rick Knapp. He is the hurricane expert at the Weather Channel. Live hashtag Hurricane Ida update. Alrighty. Give me just a second. I'm going to go ahead and tell some of my family members that I'm also doing this. Give me just 1 second. I'm live.
Oh, you're live?
On YouTube. Yeah, go watch it.
Alright, I can only watch it until 10. We have to wait for Lucas's game.
Alright.
Okay?
Alright, bye. Alright. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of the latest information that we have on Hurricane Ida. Once again, a major 150 mile per hour Category 1 hurricane, maximum sustained winds at 150 miles an hour. We are within range of major Category 4 hurricane stats. Notice how they even forecast this system to become stronger as it gets closer and closer to landfall, becoming a 155 mile per hour Category 4 hurricane by this afternoon. We are within 2 to 3 miles away from being major Category 5 hurricane stats. Because the system is forecasted to be such a strong storm, we now have an excessive wind warning in effect. I'm going to show you right here from the National Hurricane Center. An extreme wind warning is in effect for Houma, Louisiana, Bayou-Can, Estelle, Louisiana until 10:45 a.m. Central Daylight Time for extremely dangerous hurricane winds. Treat these as an imminent extreme winds as an approaching tornado. Move immediately to an interior room or shelter now. Okay? This is extremely dangerous. And then also take a look at this. Grand Isle says that Jefferson Parish says that 28 people, unfortunately, have chosen to stay on the island as Hurricane Ida nears. And the only road that people can get off the island with is already flooding. Look at this road right here. These are picnic tables. Stairs leading down. This is probably at least 2 feet. And we are just now seeing the start of the action. We've already seen a lot of outer bands working their way onto the coastline of Louisiana this morning, and we are just now starting to see the flooding. The bulk of it is still way out here. Let me reload this radar so that way I can get the best scan. But take a look at this, okay? Here's the center right there. This whole cloud wall, that is the outer cloud wall. That is where the 150 mile an hour plus gusts are, okay? The center is now roughly about 20 or 40 miles now just southeast of Grand Isle, Louisiana. From Houma, now we're talking about maybe 70, almost 80 miles. And then also from New Orleans, now we're talking about mileage of roughly about 94 to 95 miles offshore. Let's take a look at some of the winds that we're seeing right now on our super res velocity. Take a look at this right here. 148 plus mile an hour gusts in this most eastern eye wall, roughly gusting over 150 miles an hour. On the western side, we're seeing wind gusts upwards of 120 miles an hour, potentially gusting over 130. This is a potentially life-threatening situation, and that is why, because these such strong winds are going to be working in this northwest motion onshore in southeastern Louisiana, that is why we have that excessive wind warning. Let me go back and show you it one more time. Once again, an extreme wind warning is in effect, including extremely hazard and dangerous hurricane wind. You need to move to an interior room now. Okay, shelter like you would for a tornado. Get into the most interior room of your house, lowest level of your floor, maybe a basement, or if you have like a maybe like an indoor closet where you put your coats or like something under your stairs. That's where you want to get shelter like you would for a tornado. Put a helmet over your head, mattress, pillow, whatever. Get shoes on. Stay in your safe place for at least 6 hours until the local authorities tell you it is safe to get away. All right? Look at the satellite. I'm going to go to the satellite loop here. Just look at the power on this massive major category 4 hurricane. I mean, you do not see a hurricane like this every single time there is a hurricane. There is very few times you will see a hurricane that looks like this. This is just absolutely incredible, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take a look at the visible satellite. As we regain daylight, just look at this. The sun comes up and we witness this massive beast of a hurricane. All right, let me use the scroller for a second. Look at this. As we wake up, we don't see anything. As we wake up, here we go. A perfect eye wall right in there. Absolutely unbelievable what we are seeing right now on the satellite imagery. This is just absolutely incredible. Let's try and get a different satellite picture if I can. Give me just a second. I'll try and pull this up for you. This is just absolutely incredible, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, here's a zoomed in picture of Hurricane Ida on the satellite once it loads. Just absolutely incredible, ladies and gentlemen. Category 5 winds found. Oh my gosh. Okay, this could potentially now be a Category 5. I'm getting alerts from my messages on Twitter because I'm part of the United States Weather Team, and they're saying that Category 5 winds have now been found at the surface in a drop sound. That is not good. This could potentially right now be a Category 5. Let's try and see if we can see any Category 5 winds right now on the radar. Holy moly. Alright, so right now, the strongest winds I'm seeing right now is still around 150 so miles an hour. So we're not yet at Category 5 on that side. The strongest winds are definitely going to be right here in this general range. 153 is the strongest I can find. The system still might be intensifying right now as we speak. Trying to see if I can get any details from this thing. The pressure has decreased just dramatically within this system. Let's try and get a loop on this. Here's the satellite loop from Weather Nerds. Wait for it to load. I appreciate the 2 viewers joining me. Let me just look at the power of this thing. Jeez. Just incredible. I still don't believe this is happening. Wow. Just look at all this convection here on this northwestern side. That's just unbelievable. Look at the power of this massive hurricane. Wow. And also, we've seen a couple of spin-ups here in these outer bands. We have seen a couple of tornado warnings associated with this main band right here, thankfully. As I say that, we have a brand new tornado warning now just issued. Let's try and get the best radar site from this. Yep, as soon as I say that, the Weather Channel comes up with it. Let's go ahead and take a look at our velocity radar. Yes, so there is the area of rotation right in there. You've got winds on one side rotating back in this direction, and on the other side rotating back in that direction. So right where that little area of blue is, that is exactly where we have the radar indicated rotation. Let's try and get 2 frames and see how this is looking on the reflectivity, if there's any sort of a hook echo. It's going to be somewhere right in there. And this line is moving very, very fast off in this direction right here. So if you live anywhere in this area, you may not see a tornado because it's going to be very, very, very fast moving. But still, if you're in this warning, get to the lowest level of an interior room, most interior room that you can find. We might actually have a brand new area trying to form here. Give me just a second. I'm going to show you this right here. You can kind of see there's a brand new area trying to form. You've got our main area, which is right here, and then potentially a second area right in there. It's trying to form, but it really can't at this point. But still, this is just an absolutely incredibly powerful hurricane. Let's go back to the radar site there north of New Orleans and try and go back and see if we can get more wind data from our velocity. Still seeing our strongest winds right around 150 miles an hour, so we're still right now at Category 4 strength. Let's go ahead and take a look at our current warnings. As you might have guessed, we have hurricane warnings up from Baton Rouge down to Grand Isle, including New Orleans, where hurricane conditions are very, very likely. Potential wind gusts upwards of 120 miles an hour, probably sustained winds around 100 miles an hour. East of Lake Charles, we've got a tropical storm warning that does include Monroe, Jackson, Hattiesburg, Mobile, Gulfport, all those areas. And just look at these storm surge totals. Now we are looking at up to 12 to 16 feet of storm surge right in this general area. That is exactly where they think that the eye of this massive beast of a hurricane will be making landfall. 8 to 12 feet right here along this eastern shore of Louisiana. That also does include the western side of this 12 to 16 feet area. As we head westward, that we go into 4 to 6, 2 to 4, 1 to 3. So a very, very, very dangerous hurricane. I'm still trying to see where they're getting 150 something mile an hour winds. I don't see anything like that. Alrighty. I see we currently have one viewer. Does anybody have any questions that they would like me to answer? I'll be more than happy to answer those. I'm going to stay on live really for a good bit of time. Here's your chance for seeing hurricane force winds. Just an absolute, very scary graphic to look at, considering that anywhere in the purple area, that is showing you have a 90% chance, almost a guaranteed shot of seeing winds sustained of at least 70 to 75 miles an hour. Anywhere in this pink area right there, that does include Homa and Grand Isle. You are included in that 90% range, so a very, very, very dangerous situation. New Orleans, you are in that 50-50 shot, considering you're going to be a little bit more east of the eye wall than some of these areas right here might be. Baton Rouge, you're in that 50 to 60 range, still very, very dangerous. Here is the rainfall totals throughout Tuesday. Just tremendous amounts of rainfall, especially here across southeastern portions of Louisiana, potentially over 24 inches of rain, anywhere in that 12 to 18 inches range. Just absolutely incredible. Mr. Lukey commented, "Wow, that is definitely true, Mr. Lukey." I just cannot get enough of this satellite loop. I just honestly can't. Wow. Unbelievable. I just cannot get enough of this satellite loop. I just honestly can't. Incredible.
is the warm waters of the Gulf of Mexico, and they went to your environment, and I'll tell you, this exploded in power. This morning we've seen it. It is now a major hurricane. The winds have gone to 145 up to 150. The next update may have intensifying even a bit more. So conditions that we have in the north, the wind and the rain, now steady breeze for the time being, will change in a major way. We expect that slightly more activity to occur, especially as we get into the after the evening hours, with winds topping possibly over 100 miles an hour in town, maybe even stronger than that. And then when you think about the big buildings that we have off in the distance, like along Now Street especially, that wind is going to intensify. It truly will. So this is one of the times, really, folks, when it really gets into those intense, you want to seek shelter. All right, that is really coming out for you.
Wow. Look at those clouds. Let's try and get actually some live cameras on here.
Extremely dangerous Hurricane Ida close in on the southern Louisiana coast at a very high intensity, almost a category 5, and there's some suggestion that maybe it is indeed, but we don't know yet. The official intensity is set at 150 miles per hour, pressure 930 millibars. But the impacts are being felt already with an extreme wind warning for a couple of parishes here in southeastern Louisiana, Jefferson, Rouge, and Terrebonne. The Weather Service issues these wind warnings for landfall and tropical cyclones, where the wind is expected to be over 115 miles per hour. Take shelter immediately if you live in these zones where an extreme wind warning has been issued. Lowest floor if you can, right? Again, you got to watch out for surge as well. But an interior room, that's what you really need to stay away from. Windows, shelter, kind of as if tornadic-like winds are moving through, because now the core of Ida is crossing the coast, and we are already seeing wind gusts over 100 miles per hour in those zones. The water is also rising, unfortunately, complicating this extreme.
I'm trying to get a live camera. Here's a good one.
4 to 5 feet already. Now let's just assume, let's say, that the center of Ida moves roughly along a path like that, along and to the right of the path is where we can see those extremely high storm surge values. Water levels above normally dry ground, perhaps in the 12 to 16-foot range. Remarkable flooding is likely going to be ensuing in a matter of hours. Elsewhere surrounding that, we also have extremely high water rises. Again, above ground that's normally dry, so a lot of flooding.
Let's try and go to Grand Isle, actually.
Timing it out. So we're going to show you. This is what we're going to leave you with. We do think that roughly noon local time or so, we may be dealing with landfall in southern Louisiana. Grand Isle, Louisiana, may be dealing with the eye wall, the Cat 4, with winds well over 100 miles per hour and exceedingly high storm surge over 12 feet. This system continues to move inland and will bring destructive winds through the New Orleans area, assuming this forecast verifies. That would mean in New Orleans, perhaps, if you're in the eye wall, you could see wind gusts over 100 miles per hour later on this afternoon and into the early evening hours. The good news is that this should be...
If anybody has any links that they want to send me that I can check out the cameras on, that would be great.
And Dr. Costa doesn't just stop there. We know the system will continue lifting with a northward trajectory as well. So let's talk about it. We are already having some of those rain bands moving onshore, and within them we are seeing some very strong storms. Of course, you can see the center of circulation there.
I think we still do actually have a tornado warning. Yes, we do. Let's see how the rotation is looking on that.
Just the north and west of Pensacola. This is for Baton and Escambia counties. So Ensley, Gonzales, you're included in that until 9:30 local time. These are brief.
Try and bring up another radar here.
Within these rain bands, we know that's a risk. That's why there's a tornado watch in effect. Of course, we're warning though, meaning that the threat is imminent. We also have the severe thunderstorm warning as far to the east as Port St. Joe. You see that here. That is for Gulf County until 10:15 with a tornado possible tag on that. So we are seeing some rotation within there. The rainfall is still to come. That's going to cause problems of its own. Where you're seeing the orange 5 to 8 inches possible.
Alright, so here's that tornado warning. Let's try and see if we can get a good look at the velocity. We're still seeing a little bit of rotation right in there exactly, but also maybe a little bit right in there. So two different areas of potential rotation. they're not really that strong, but obviously within these systems they can you know um spin up very very quickly. So we also do have a severe thunderstorm warning. Let's actually go ahead and try and see if we can get any good wind readings on the system itself from the radar in New Orleans. Where's that tool that I use here?
Set your intentions for love. You move on with it. Friends and find your match.
Power outages are unpredictable, inconvenient, and disruptive to your life, posing a real threat to your comfort and safety. When the power goes out, you have no lights, no refrigeration, no heating or air conditioning. Your well or sump pump won't work. Your modern daily electronics are rendered useless. And what if the power's out for days or weeks? Are you prepared? You can be with a Generac home standby generator.
Anybody have any questions for me that I can answer? I'll be more than happy to. Oh. Ugh.
Generac generators run on your home's existing natural gas or propane. And Generac's mobile link remote monitoring system keeps you posted on operating status, maintenance updates, and more. Generac generators are designed, engineered, and purpose-built in the USA. Generac is the #1 manufacturer of home standby generators in the world. 8 out of 10 home generators are Generac, with thousands of satisfied customers.
Very good product. Very, very good reviews from everybody.
Prices start at just $19.99, and owning a generator is easier than ever. Act now, and you can purchase and install a Generac home standby generator for as little as $99 a month with no down payment. You will also receive a free 7-year warranty valued at $695.
Oh my God. Look at these winds. 160. Ladies and gentlemen, this could potentially be a Category 5 right now. Oh my gosh, no way. There's no way. Oh my God. Oh my goodness, I cannot believe this. Dude, this thing might be a Category 5.
I've already signed an emergency declaration for Louisiana. And on this 16th anniversary of the morning when Katrina made landfall in New Orleans, well, the metro area as well as much of Louisiana, Mississippi, preparing for landfall of another major hurricane, Hurricane Ida, a powerful and potentially deadly Category 4 hurricane, packing 150-mile-per-hour winds.
Ladies and gentlemen, this could potentially be a Category 5 right now.
Southeastern Louisiana. Good Sunday morning. Welcome to Weekend Recharge. I'm meteorologist Parker live above Bourbon Street here in New Orleans, where we're seeing a little light drizzle right now. The rain picked up about an inch in the last couple hours here. That's tapered off temporarily. But rain is one of the 3
biggest risk I think we have right here in New Orleans in terms of storm surge flooding. Not a huge risk here. There's some around Lake Pontchartrain, but they've done such great work over the last 16 years to protect this city and the metro area, most of it, from storm surge flooding. That's some great news. That will definitely be tested for sure over the next 36 hours. But the other three risks, rainfall flooding. This city sits below sea level, so that is a huge risk.
That right there is the area where I'm watching for the strongest winds right now. And that's also where some of the heaviest rain is. That's the outer cloud wall right there. Jeez Louise. I cannot believe what I'm seeing right now on my screen, ladies and gentlemen. This is absolutely insane. This could potentially be a Category 5 right now. It's really hard to tell. I'm going to go ahead and try and see if I can get this out. Because I'm seeing right now on my radar winds of 150 or 160 miles an hour, which is Category 5.
There's not going to be enough room for them because of the ongoing pandemic, as well as people let their guard down and their masks down because of this hurricane coming in, but there's still COVID. Don't let COVID be the calling card that you'll be dealing with in the aftermath of Ida. You see on the radar, it continues to get closer and closer, so there's a lot of anxiety. I've talked to locals here. They are anxious because many have lived through Katrina 16 years ago, and again, today being the anniversary of it, so we have a lot of risks to get to. We're trying to get you the most information we possibly can here. And first now I want to head to someone who's been through this before, at least the recovery and the aftermath. I want to bring in retired Lieutenant General Russell Honore, who was in charge of the recovery efforts here in New Orleans after Katrina. And first of all, thanks for joining us this morning. And let's get right to it. The Gulf Coast now facing one of the biggest threats we've had in terms of a landfalling major hurricane in this part of Louisiana in quite some time. So first, what's your thought as you look back on this being the 16th anniversary of landfall of Katrina?
Yeah, it shows you that what the damage could have happened as it happened during Katrina, and what could happen as a result of Ida. And Ida's coming in appears to be the eye closer to the city, which could cause a lot more wind, tree damage, taking time.
I'm trying to see whether or not my people on my, hang on a second, I'm going to go into listening on this thing. Hello? Good morning. How are you? Hey, do you think that Ida is a Category 5?
Honestly, yeah, but what can we do? It's still going to be catastrophic either way.
Oh, absolutely. I'm live streaming right now on YouTube, and I don't want to, say that it's a Category 5 when it's not. I mean, I'm on radar scope, and I'm seeing winds over 157, which is obviously Category 5 strength, so. I mean, either way, yeah. Either way, this thing is going to be absolutely catastrophic, especially, where that extreme wind warning is right now. This is going to be ridiculous. Somebody just commented, holy S word, 157 miles per hour. Storm Chaser Logan. When is the new advisory coming in from the National Hurricane Center?
They're going to do another full advisory at 11 a.m. Eastern Time.
Dang, that's going to be an hour more. It could be a Category 5 right now.
Yeah, but I don't know if they're going to upgrade anymore.
Yeah. Well, I've seen, sometimes where they go ahead and, just upgrade it before a new advisory comes out. So, they could do that. So, for everybody watching, this storm could be Category 5 right now. We don't know for a fact that it's confirmed because we haven't gotten a new advisory from the National Hurricane Center yet. But either way, whether it's a Category 5 or a Category 4, this is still going to be a very, very, very dangerous hurricane as you might have guessed. I mean, look at this outer cloud wall right there, just really a perfect circle of extremely strong winds, and you can see right here on our reflectivity, or excuse me, our velocity right here. Anywhere in this dark blue area, that is where we're seeing the strongest winds right now, and you can clearly see that right here on our little tool here, the inspector tool. We're seeing winds right here. Wow, 157 miles per hour. That is Category 5 hurricane strength. So just a couple of very small areas where we are seeing Category 5 strength. Is it a Category 5 at this point? I can't say it is, but I'm not going to say no at the same time. Treat it as if it was a Category 5 hurricane, considering the impacts that it is going to bring. So this is going to be a very, very, very dangerous situation. I'm going to go back, oopsies. I'm going to go back to some of the totals now on my website and show you just some of the impacts. Once again, here is the latest information, and they're still saying that by this afternoon it could still gain more strength. Let me try and reload this. Is that the latest advisory? Okay, so here we go. This is the 10 o'clock Central Time advisory within the last 5 or so minutes. We're still looking at a 150 mile per hour Category 4 hurricane. Wind sustained in that 150 mile an hour range, moving northwest at 14 miles an hour. They're still forecasting it to become a 155 mile per hour Category 4 hurricane by this afternoon. The satellite imagery is just absolutely incredible. I mean, you just see it right here on Tropical Tidbits. I mean, it's just everything that you would look for within a very strong storm like this. So a very, very, very dangerous situation currently is going to be unleashing here. It's going to be a very active day for millions of people across Louisiana. Hurricane warning in effect from Baton Rouge, Grand Isle, and also included in there is New Orleans. Also, home of a place that is going to be very hard hit. You are also included in that. And I want to share with you a couple of different things that I've been seeing on Twitter over the last several minutes. Take a look at this. We now have an excessive wind warning for these areas that are going to be closest to where that area of circulation goes over land. That hazard includes extremely dangerous hurricane wind. You need to move to an interior room now. And then also take a look at this. Unfortunately, it says that 21 people in Jefferson Parish have chosen to stay on the island as Hurricane Ida is nearing. And unfortunately now, even though the center is nowhere close to land, the only road to get off the island is now flooding. This is the only road that people can use to get off the island, and now it is underwater. These are all picnic tables and benches kind of under, kind of like you would see at a beach house or something like that that's on stilts because of the flooding waters. It is already underwater. So unfortunately, if you have chosen to stay, you're going to have to be able to ride this one out, because there's no way that you can get in your car and just leave right now. Also, here's another video of that road. You can see there's the palm trees swaying in the wind. Plenty of storm surges already flooding. Remember, storm surge is that onshore push of water as those onshore winds are being pushed by the center of circulation. And as those winds are coming onshore, it pushes all the water that is being pushed on towards the coast onshore. So that is what storm surge is. And you can just see right here in my graphic, anywhere in this area where they are forecasting the eye to make landfall, we could potentially be seeing up to 12 to 16 feet of storm surge. So absolutely catastrophic numbers of storm surge. And look at this. Dr. Rick Knabb, I'm going to quote this from him. Give me just a second. Where is the post I just had? Here we go. Hurricane expert Dr. Rick Knabb from the Weather Channel, quote-unquote, states, "I desperately wish that the forecast hadn't become reality. Rapid intensification to Category 4 or 5 right before landfall is the hurricane case scenario we have always dreaded the most. You need to shelter like you would for a tornado." Look at this picture of this satellite of this massive beast. Absolutely incredible, ladies and gentlemen. Here's Gulfport, Mississippi. Highway 90 in Gulfport, Mississippi already taking on water with storm surge as Ida pushes in. Storm surge of about 40 miles offshore The storm is about 40 miles offshore of Grand Isle, Louisiana. Here is the live. This is Highway 90. There's the ocean, right there. Palm trees blowing in the wind. You can see all that storm surge is already being pushed on land. I'm not very happy that these people are choosing to drive through these waters. Remember, turn around, don't drown. This is not a good situation, and this will only continue to get worse as the day goes on. I've gotten a new thing from my friends there. Major Hurricane Ida coverage. I'm going to go ahead and join this on my phone just so that way I can listen to what they are saying. Give me just a second. This is going to be a very, very, very dangerous situation and a very active day.
What's going on, man?
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm good. I cannot believe what I'm witnessing right now on my screen.
Same here, man.
This is
I'm
just...
just speechless. I'm speechless.
There's no words to describe what is going to be happening today across Louisiana.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh my god. I mean, this thing potentially right now could be a Category 5. I've been on radar scope and I've been using the velocity to see. I mean, I've seen winds right now over 157, which is obviously Cat 5 strength.
Yep. And it has the time. It has the time. It's over.
Oh, absolutely.
Waters.
Yeah.
It's moving. It's moving slow, and
it is, and that's the problem.
Has the time. Yeah, that it has the time to most definitely become a Category 5, but let's hope that doesn't happen.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, you can easily see on the forecast track that even by this afternoon, they're still showing that the center is going to be offshore, and even if it's onshore, I mean, it's still going to be moving slow. I mean, if it makes landfall at 2, you know, as we advance towards 10 o'clock, it's still probably going to be no more than 50 miles onshore.
Yeah, so it still has the time to most definitely become a Category 5. And
absolutely. There's no doubt about it.
It's not good news.
Oh, my God.
It really isn't.
I've never seen storm surge numbers so high. I mean, I've been covering hurricanes all my life, and I've seen, you know, storm surge as high as 69 feet, but I've never seen 8 to 12 and 12 to 16 numbers on my screen, and hurricane force wind probabilities in that 90% range, over 50% or more of southern Louisiana. I mean, this is just absolutely... I don't believe what I'm seeing right now on my screen, honestly. I don't believe it.
I honestly, when I woke up to this, I'm like, am I dreaming or something? Because
that's exactly what I felt like. I went to bed. Go ahead.
I was just like, I went to bed, and then I'm like, okay, I hope to God, I was very scared, because I'm like, I'm going to wake up to something horrible.
Exactly.
Next thing I know, I see this notification I got from my radar, saying Ida has been upgraded to a Category 4 hurricane with sustained winds 130 miles per hour.
Oh yeah, I mean, I went to bed at like 1:30 last night. I was watching the Weather Channel, and I was saying, I mean, they were saying that Ida could probably become a Category 4. I mean, I was like, I mean, if it's only a Category 2 right now, I'm not sure if it's going to be able to strengthen enough. You know, as soon as it gets to that point. But then as soon as I wake up, I check my Twitter notification, and I see that on the group message, it was a Category 4. I'm like, wait, what the? This thing's a Category 4? There's no way.
It's strengthened to a Category 4 in 2 hours.
I mean, it's absolutely incredible. I mean, here, I have Ed Pietrowski's graphic that I used that showed how fast it grew. Let me try and see if I can get it. Hang on a second. Here we go.
In only 2 hours.
Here we go. Okay, so from 2 a.m. this morning, it went from a Category 3 at 1:15. It went from 1:15 at 2 a.m. to 1:40 at 5 a.m. Holy moly!
4 hours. That's a big jump.
I have never seen a storm increase in strength the way that Ida has over the last 6 to 7 hours.
I mean, Delta kind of did the same last year.
Well, that's true.
From a tropical depression to a Category 4 in a matter of only 24 hours.
I mean, you would think that with the hurricane being this close to land, I mean, the center is only about 30 or so miles southeast of Grand Isle, and you would think that with a hurricane with this power, this close to land, that it would stop strengthening, but no, it's still strengthening.
Nope. At this time of year, the Gulf of Mexico is literally a bathtub, so
that's true. I mean, and everything,
no shear.
and everything
There's no
was
shear stopping it.
and everything was lined up perfectly within this. I mean, you had the very warm sea surface temperatures. There was no wind shear. The atmosphere was so moist. There was no high pressure systems or anything to try and stop this thing from strengthening. I mean, there was everything that you could want when trying to strengthen a hurricane in the atmosphere.
And that's not good.
That is not good. That's never anything you want to see.
Nope. And what's eerie is that it's striking on the same day Katrina did 16
Exactly.
years
And
ago.
also, like 2 or 3 days ago was when Hurricane Laura made landfall. I think it was on August 28th or something like that. It made landfall near Lake Charles as a massive Cat 4 with winds of 150. So we're looking at 4 major hurricanes: Katrina, Laura, and now Ida, making landfall within the exact same week. Basically, the exact same strength and over the exact same area of land.
Yeah, and at this point, we could see your Category 5, which that's not what we want.
Absolutely not.
But at this point, it's possible because the radar scope and radar showing the winds, and the recon is about to be sent out.
Right.
And then the next advisory, it's either going to be Cat 4 or Cat 5.
Yeah, I was honestly very surprised because when Hurricane Laura was making landfall, I had heard that the National Hurricane Centers had found a gust of 156, which is basically, Category 5, but they had kept the strength at 150. So, I mean, you could have said that Hurricane Laura was a Cat 5. I mean, whether it's a 150 mile per hour Cat 4 or 156 mile per hour Category 5, there's really no difference. All the difference would mean is just for the record books. But as far as the intensity goes and as far as the damage level, I mean, you're really looking at the same exact thing, considering you're only looking at a 5 mile per hour difference.
Yeah, and what the thing is, I mean, Laura was a borderline Category 5.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, Ada, I often say Ada was the Category 5 if it had the winds.
Right.
It was only 2 miles per hour away from Category 5, and plus, it had Category 5 gusts and winds in, I think, the one part of its eye wall, but they didn't upgrade it.
The eye wall is now becoming more circular, and the thunderstorms surrounding the eye right now are absolutely incredible. I mean, there's just so much convection on that northwestern side, and then also those strong winds on the eastern side. I mean, everything you want with a hurricane. If you're looking for a major hurricane, you've got it right here.
Yep. And to the people of southeastern Louisiana, especially Grand Isle, especially Grand Isle and a lot of these places, if you didn't evacuate, you might get to regret that decision.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm looking at the miles per hour right now on radar scope. We're starting to get some radar interference, but right now I'm seeing winds of 148 was the highest I found just now. I was seeing 150. I was seeing 160 about a couple of minutes ago. I think it's gone down a little bit, but I'm still seeing winds of around 148 to 152. So we're still borderline Cat 4, Cat 5.
Yeah, I'm seeing a tweet by Mitch West right now that Ida's actually wobbling west, which...
Yes, I see that. Yep, I see that. Yep.
That's not good.
No.
That's not good.
I'm just glad that it's staying away from Lake Charles, honestly. I think it's still going to probably slam New Orleans in that northeastern eye wall as it comes on shore, but still, if people live in southeastern Louisiana in these very low-lying areas, if they didn't evacuate, I'm honestly very scared for them.
What's up, Justin?
Hi.
How you doing?
Not good.
I don't think any of us are doing good with this powerful of a hurricane.
What a crazy question to ask.
Yeah.
We're doing terribly.
Yeah.
Jeez. Horrible situation.
Yeah, it's just... Yeah.
So the eye wall is actually now becoming more circular as it approaches land. The core of it, the actual eye wall of it is becoming more circular around that center.
Yeah, and it's honestly scary.
Yeah.
And the people of Grand Isle as well. I hope they took that only road to evacuate, but the problem is that's very difficult.
It's underwater now. And also I saw a tweet earlier. Highway Highway 90 in Gulfport, Mississippi now is underwater, and there's still, probably 50 or so miles, from, the very start of the actual core of it, and they're already getting, almost 3 feet of water, and the core of it is not even close to where they are. So I can only just imagine what it's going to be like as the core of the eye wall comes over.
Yeah, it's going to be absolutely catastrophic.
There's no other words to put it. Just absolute catastrophic.
Yeah, this. Man, this is like worst case scenario. I mean, this thing.
Yeah.
This is why it's difficult to compare to
Katrina.
My God. Because with Katrina, it was weakening.
Oh my God.
This is strengthening.
Hey,
Landfall.
Are any of you watching the Weather Channel right now?
I don't have cable.
You can get it on your computer.
That is true. That's a good point.
Right now, I'm watching the Weather Channel live, and this satellite, the eye wall is so circular. This thing has got to be a Cat 5, no cap.
Yeah.
Holy moly.
Let me take a look at Tropical Tidbits.
The satellite on Tropical Tidbits it's just scary when you look at it. Okay, brand new radar scan from Radar Scope.
Jesus.
I'm still only seeing winds. I don't see any winds right now, thankfully, in Category 5 right now. The strongest winds I'm seeing right now is 148. That's still, 148, 155. We're still in the same range. That's still borderline Cat 4, Cat 5. Okay. How do I start a conference room? Oh my God. Click the envelope labeled messages. Click new message. Oopsies. How do I make a new message on here? Here we go. In the address box.
If I can find the DM button.
Yeah, he's requesting to speak.
Thank you.
I can now host space.
Thank you.
I can now host space.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Hey, how do you create a chat room like this?
Yeah, I think you have to have 600 followers or more to have a space.
Yeah, I think so. There are people who have less than that and they're able to post spaces, but I don't know how that goes.
Yeah.
Y'all should watch my live stream on YouTube right now.
Oh crap, that's beautiful. Oh, I'm gonna accept the request.
Are y'all seeing the satellite imagery on Tropical Tidbits right now?
Be a Cat 5.
Huh?
Yeah.
This has to be a Cat 5 looking at radar. It's too perfect.
Well, let's hope it's not, because it's not a good situation for southeastern Louisiana.
Yeah.
That eye wall is so close now to Louisiana, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's blowing up lightning and radar.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at too.
The reason it didn't go Cat 5 earlier was because the drop zone that detected the Cat 5 winds earlier was flagged as suspicious, so they went and did another round and found that it was in fact.
Right now, it's approximately exactly 31 miles south of Grand Isle.
The next recon mission, at least, I'm not sure about NOAA, but the next 53rd recon mission is leaving here in like 15 minutes.
Okay.
Where are they leaving from?
Joint Base Randolph here in San Antonio.
Jeez.
Well, they can't fly up Biloxi right now.
You're so welcome traveling, John. I appreciate it.
Reed Timmer is in Houma, Louisiana, right now.
The man
I think
himself.
he's leaving there though.
He is? Oh.
Well, he was putting down the surge things, but he said he was getting.
Dude, I'm scared, honestly, for the people of southeastern Louisiana right now. I am honestly terrified.
I'm gonna cry.
This is a horrific.
Yeah,
I can't.
There's pink showing up in radar on Flystron 9. That's crazy.
Say what?
The scariest thing is a lot of them don't they didn't have a way to leave.
This is probably going to be one of the strongest, if not the strongest hurricane we see this year. No cap.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Okay, so I'm now seeing a reported wind gust right now on the eastern Iowa of 153 miles an hour. So we're borderline Cat 5.
No.
Jeez.
It still remains borderline.
I woke up and saw the 9:30 and was like, oh.
Yeah, I went to bed. It was a 105 Cat 2, and then I wake up and I see 150.
What time did you guys go to bed at when I left?
I went to bed at 1:30.
I went to bed at 5 o'clock.
I didn't take my sleeping pills, so I just kind of woke up.
I went to bed at 4.
The fact that I'm able to sit here and talk is insane.
Yeah, me too. I went to bed at 4.
I went to bed at 1:30 when it was a 102 when it was at 105 mile per hour category 2, and I wake up at 8:30, and next thing I know, it's a 150 mile per hour category 4.
That is a Cat 5 on radar. I have never seen a Cat 4 that is a Cat 5 on radar. It's literally pink. Like, that's extremely heavy rain on radar.
It probably has done it since, like, they've last been out there, because Recon was last out there, like, I don't know.
And also, there's winds over 120 miles an hour on the western eye wall.
I just woke up. I'm still looking at the data right now.
Yeah, I will close yourself off again.
This thing is an absolute beast.
Sleep, so let's see.
I have no idea how much sleep I have, but not enough.
Well, we know for a fact that the name Ida will never be able to be used again.
Yeah, no, they're gonna retire this one.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's no way Ida is gonna be ever able to use again.
I would personally go up to them if they keep this name on the
There's
list.
no way they will.
And they wouldn't want to hear from me.
Okay, so who thinks that right now it's a Cat 5?
I think it
is.
I think right now it could
I
very
would
well be a
100%
Cat
know it's a
5.
Cat 5, or it's stronger than they say.
If I
think it's a Cat 5
It wasn't quite there earlier, but I think by now it could be.
Look at that radar. It looks like Irma. It has a double eye. It has everything.
That eye looks like Dorian almost.
It's terrifying.
It kind of does.
This is just it's just a scary look.
New Orleans.
It does have a Dorian look to it. I will say that. You can just, yeah. That's like the first thing that comes to mind when I take a look at this.
It is showing a few signs of an eye replacement cycle.
Yeah, I am seeing kind of an eye wall replacement cycle look. I am seeing
that might be something though that could maybe knock down the winds a little bit.
I don't see that
It
because
doesn't matter.
you don't see lightning with that.
Right.
You know, at this point, that's only going to make the storm surge worse.
Yeah, because I'm definitely seeing
It
lightning.
doesn't matter if it's an eye replacement cycle.
This is blowing up with lightning.
That's a good point. It really doesn't matter if we one or not at this point.
At this point.
I don't see that point.
It doesn't matter.
You don't see lightning with that.
Right.
No, at this
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Like, the storm surge is already there.
And weather nerves is down. Oh, no.
At this point, there's.
Can anybody get any good like radar information off of Radar Omega? Yeah, does anybody have Radar Omega?
I don't.
No, I've been meaning to get it, but I haven't gotten it yet.
People recommend me to get it, and I never get it. But I should probably get it.
My friend gave it to me. Does anybody have Mech Graphics?
they'll come out now.
I got Mech Graphics last year.
All right. a great co-host. She was a good co-host yesterday.
I wonder if it's gonna. I wonder if it's gonna go through an eyewall replacement cycle as soon as it goes over land.
It might.
It might.
Yeah. I mean that would be good because it's a sign of weakening.
I do not think that's going to have a huge impact.
No, we needed that weakening like 3 hours ago.
Yeah, I do not think so at this point in time.
I've been spot on this entire time, and I do not think it's going to go through an hour. I see absolutely no difference of it.
Even if it did, that's not going to have a respective difference on this. This thing.
What time is it gonna make landfall at? Like 2?
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be earlier than we thought.
I'm thinking
it's going to be a bit earlier. I mean, it's getting pretty close to Grand Isle.
The outer eye wall is about to reach the coast.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's right
the
there.
Inner eye. Of course, I say that with the signs of the eyewall replacement cycle, and then I look back.
Right now, it's approximately. The center of the eye is approximately 31.6 miles just southeast of Grand Isle.
Yeah.
Look at that. This is
as far as oh my god.
This is
2 hours.
Right now, on the map from New Orleans, the center right now from the center of New Orleans right now is approximately 80.7 miles south. Jesus Christ, help them.
The eye wall is going over New Orleans. Do you guys agree? It looks like they're gonna just miss it.
They might. It might go to the west. It might go just to the west.
I think it may be just. I think so.
I think they'll still get 100 mile per hour. Like how big this storm is, I think they'll still get 100 mile per hour gusts or more. But the eye wall,
like just to the west of New Orleans.
Homa and Grand Isle are definitely going to be in that eye wall, no doubt about it.
Yeah. What about Morgan? Morgan City, I think.
Everybody on YouTube, I will be right back. I have to go for a quick second. I will be right back. Just stay on though, and I'll bring you more live coverage of Hurricane right after this. Okay? I'm still talking on Twitter. I'm live streaming. Are y'all subscribed to my YouTube channel? Alright, my channel is 260.
Thank you very much. What really matters is that regardless of where it is within 10 miles per hour, we are going to see catastrophic wind damage with this, unlike we have seen perhaps in the history of Louisiana. And we have an extreme wind warning right now for a couple of southeastern parishes, Jefferson, Rouge, and Baton. This is where wind gets over 115 miles per hour, and we do expect that to occur in the eye wall. Wherever that goes, do expect those wind gusts to be over 115 miles per hour, and in some cases quite a bit above that. Grand Isle, Louisiana, shelter in place if you haven't already.
Yeah, and that's why
There we go. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we do that anyway, but now we're really living on here.
Just everyone's constantly scrolling through their feed.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I haven't stopped. I've been on here. I've been stuck on this thing. I know, the social media is killing me. But I love it so much. It's a love-hate relationship.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah,
Loud?
yes, I can hear you.
Loud and frequently.
Hey, they're saying the center now is like 30 miles offshore of Grand Isle.
Oh, fuck. I mean,
And the funny thing, no, it's not funny, but the weird thing is
Depression 10's advisory.
Katrina made landfall literally, I think, 8 minutes from now.
Oh, I know.
Oh,
It's
so
God, this is so
super
scary.
eerie.
Say
I mean,
what?
It won't make landfall then.
Wait, what?
It'll
What about
be
Katrina?
very close. I said it made landfall exactly today.
Katrina made landfall like 10
in
minutes
8
Oh,
minutes.
yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Wait, what time?
9:42 Central Time.
That is so eerie. Oh, my God.
Does anybody know when Jim Cantori's live shot is?
I think Jim
That's a
Cantor's
great
in New
question.
Orleans. I think he's
Yeah,
in New
Jim
Orleans.
Cantor is in New Orleans. Stephanie Abrams and Mike Betts are the ones in.
Wait, when is Stephanie and Mike's live shot?
Your iron bot.
Yeah, that was me. I was testing it so I could hear it.
This is a scary storm.
Yeah, this is scary.
Absolutely.
I mean, excuse me, even if they don't pull the trigger for the Category 5, we still patiently wait for the posted, or, the post.
Yeah,
I'm treating this as if it was a Category 5.
I mean, it's basically acting as a Category 5. If they don't pull it,
I'm just about to say, it's like, it depends on your perspective. It just depends on what you think at this point. It seems to be acting like a Cat 5.
Right.
Yeah.
So it has to be 5. It has to be 155, like my prediction was at least.
Yeah.
I'm just stress eating at this point.
God,
I'm just like, what is going on?
I've been doing that all day yesterday.
Same. I've been stress eating too. That's why I'm able to get through these spaces. Yeah, I stress eating.
I know, I've seen like so many spaces.
What you eating? I'm eating muffins.
I had bacon and eggs a couple of hours ago.
I don't know what I'm having for breakfast yet.
I'm gonna eat a public sandwich later.
Oof.
Oh, dang. Those are good.
That beats what I'm eating for lunch. Air. I'm having air.
Lunch.
I'm having air.
Why are all of my likes disappearing? What the fuck, Twitter?
Hey, I'm live. Be quiet.
Alright, guys, I'm gonna go. See you guys. I'll listen to some music. I'll be on here in a little bit. I want to do some stuff. I just woke up.
Bye.
Good to have you. I should get paid for this coverage. I keep saying this. I should get. I devoted 15 hours yesterday.
Oh, here, found it.
Yeah, Justin, I saw you on here so much. I was like, this man doesn't sleep.
I am the Kanye West of meteorology. I work harder than it. No, I'm joking.
Now that is a statement I.
Thank you.
Justin talks in spaces longer than anyone else.
That's not false. I was working so hard yesterday. People are like, you should get paid for this. I'm like, yeah, I should.
You should get paid for
PayPal. Yeah, send me your monies.
I accept PayPal.
I accept everything that gives me money. Come on. I need them. I'm a broke college student.
Left while I was trying to figure out how to share a tweet to the damn thing.
Yeah. But this is a horrific storm. I can't keep saying that enough.
I don't think I'll stop saying it all day
we're
today.
seeing some. So Dr. Cohen.
Right now, there's sustained winds in the eye of at least 148 miles an hour.
She says that Hurricane Ida has finally leveled off in intensity during the past couple of hours.
No, that's not true.
It was literally still dropping pressure.
This is coming from the guy who owns tropical tidbits.
The pressure right now is 930 millibars.
I don't know where he's getting this information because this shit's strengthening if you ask me. But, maybe he's seen something in I don't know.
I mean, I don't question him because, he's been doing
pressure. It's
no, I know. I'm
pressure
not questioning him.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, I am questioning him. But, I'm not going to pretend that I know more. I'm just...
The pressure right now is 930 millibars. It's so low.
It's probably lower than 938 to 930 in a span of a few
I don't think it's much lower, but I do think it's like maybe 1 to 5 lower than what they're saying.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think it's significantly lower, but.
No, I don't think so. I agree. I don't think it's too significant.
I mean, honestly, it's probably just going to be at least like 929 at landfall. That's what I'm probably going to predict. But it dropped from like a 938 to a 930 in like only a span of 3 hours. So
there's not lightning in the eye.
That's what I was just talking about. You've seen the intensification taking shape with that lightning in the eye wall.
Yeah, I mean, like I was saying earlier, that eye wall is still. I mean,
that eastern eye wall is so dangerous right now.
That's what That's why I said this is textbook because shit, that's a textbook look. I mean, you can't get much better than this. I mean,
no, you really can't, honestly. I mean, the way that this looks right now, it's just incredible.
Yeah, I've looked at Michael, I've looked at Dorian. This is definitely up there with those storms. Yep.
No doubt about it. Absolutely.
I hate this storm so much. I don't like it.
I don't think you're the only one that hates it. That's for sure.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people.
Oh yeah, Louisiana says yeah. But
oh my God! Look at that radar on the Weather Channel. Holy shit!
It was smiling at us last night.
This thing wants to become friends with this. This thing just like wants to do devastation.
Yeah, it's a mean bitch.
Good way to put it.
Yeah.
Right now, approximately, the center is currently 30.8 miles south of Grand Isle, and from the closest island, it's approximately 20.9. Oh, Dr. McNabb just posted something on Twitter.
Yeah, the eye wall is about 20 miles out.
It looks like there's actually a wind. Looks like there's a weather buoy offshore that's recording wind speeds of 125 to 130.
Yeah, Dr. McNabb just posted hashtag Ida forecasted to be a hurricane over Baton Rouge area. Go to strong building ASAP that can be shelter as for tornado. Risk of rain-induced flooding, so shelter if possible in strongest building, least prone to flooding. Stay safe as possible on the lowest dry level of the most interior room.
Yeah.
That
Jeez.
that eye of Ida seriously scares me.
I mean, it just wants it to. I mean, that it just looks scary.
Somebody's
It's just
drinking
mocking
some more
us.
on the beach.
It's mocking us at this point. It's just mocking us.
Yeah, it was smiling at us last night.
That eye is becoming more and more circular and symmetric as it goes on.
It's so evil.
Yep.
It's and realize how slow it's moving like on shore right now.
Yeah, it's really slow.
There's the Grand Isle cam.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Wait, hey, can you send me the link to that camera you're watching?
I just put it in. It's on active weather cam. John Humphreys' cam. I just put it in the space.
Okay.
And it's in the Twitter.
Yeah.
Is it the? I don't see it on here.
Weather. It should be the second one. Weather webcam.
Oh yeah, second. Second slide.
All right, so now, 16 years ago, at this moment, it made landfall. Control.
Oh God.
Yep.
I don't remember that.
Can somebody send me that link? I don't see it on here.
I was around for that. I was like 5 years old.
SevereStudios.com is the link.
What is it?
I was like 5 months old.
SevereStudios.com. I was
Severe
5
Studio?
and a half, and I remember this season.
I was 5 too. I was there. Justin WX was there at that time.
Dude, I don't believe what I'm seeing right now.
The one I remember.
Dude, look at Grand Isle. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Oh.
Dude, they're showing it right now on the Weather Channel. There's gusts right now up to 50 miles per hour. And that's nothing compared to what's coming.
Exactly.
Okay,
this thing is going to deliver a raft that we've never seen.
I'm seeing this tweet. People need to look at KLIX as much as possible because it could knock out the next.
I'm anticipating KLIX being knocked out.
Absolutely.
What is it? KLIX?
KLIX is the.
I will be stunned if it.
Is that the one that's just north of New Orleans?
Yes.
Yes, that's what I'm on. Yeah, that's what I'm on right now.
KLCH was knocked out thanks to Laura. So
yeah.
That's gonna happen.
This beast is much worse than.
Are y'all on Radar Scope?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am.
Dude, why isn't that website coming up for me? What the heck?
SevereStorms.com?
Yeah, Severe Studios, right?
Yeah. Wait, no?
Yes. No? Hang on.
Is it?
Wow.
Everyone just questioned everything for about 2 minutes.
Dude, they're calling for 12 to 16 feet of storage.
Oh my God.
Bro, Justin, my space is turning into yours now.
Oh, that's not good.
Okay, wait, how do I get the live cams on here?
That's why you marked him as co-host.
I do not know. I had to mess around on the site during that.
That's actually a good point because this is going to be a shit show in the next 2 hours. All right. I got my coffee, so I can
waiting for Mike and Bob to scare
Look at this tweet I just sent. The tropics are booming.
I know.
Can somebody send me the link in the group chat on the United States Weather Team on Twitter to the live cam?
Hold on.
Alright.
See, I'm hoping they issue this advisory within the next 6 minutes before I have to leave.
Yeah, they probably will. And
Yeah,
Category 5.
I feel like they're still gonna keep Category 4 strength on the next advisory though.
Probably.
Yeah,
I have a strange feeling that
until they get another aircraft out there.
I think they're gonna do that too. But we have Don though.
They gotta get the different altitude planes on there.
Yeah. It'll probably be a Category 4.
Thank you, Memphis.
Yeah, again, I don't think they're gonna raise the category level.
Dude, this is a scary storm.
The other thing is they
This
get to
is-
issue Tropical Depression 11's advisory.
Oh God.
And they'll probably do that beforehand.
We got more shit in the Atlantic. It's just I hate this.
Yes.
Alright, Hurricane Nora's was just issued.
Yeah.
Say what?
Hurricane Nora, that advisory was
EPAC
just
was
issued.
issuing.
Yeah.
Wait, is there another hurricane out there?
It's in the Eastern Pacific.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, if there's another one in the Atlantic, God bless America.
No, it's EPAC. It's EPAC.
It wouldn't shock me at this point in time if something develops really quickly.
Well, on the note of things that we've been ignoring, first of all, most of us forgot that there was actually like severe weather outbreak.
Hey, when I go to severestudios.com, what do I click?
Also, tropical storm. Okay, Nora in the EPAC is actually like going straight up to Baja and just beating the shit out of that side of
I
Mexico.
feel like we all just neglected Nora. We're like, oh, we don't even know what Nora's doing. We're like, oh, look at Ida. It's insane. Yeah.
Okay,
Oh my God.
Let me send you.
Oh my God. Oh my
Let me
God.
send you
Ed
this tweet from
Piotrowski
James
just
Spann.
posted something. This video of the visible satellite with the lightning. I just retweeted it. Go check out my Twitter page right now to go see it. Holy crap.
Okay, look at what Span did.
What?
Ida is literally causing storm surge in a pool.
Yeah, I saw that.
Wait, where is that?
Yeah.
Span just tweeted it out.
He just shared it of a span.
So he causing storm surge in a pool. Like, oh my God.
Yeah,
It's kind of funny.
That's intense. It is funny.
Go look at that visible satellite on my Twitter page.
Who said that?
Williams Weather.
That was
Looking. I thought so, but I'm like,
I just sent a tweet. Look at that eye wall.
If you all haven't followed
the North Satellites one? Yeah, I saw that one. That one's fucking terrifying.
If
Dude,
anyone
this
in
is
here
a-
hasn't
this is a-
followed me, you should probably follow me.
I follow you. I even have
pretty sure I am
freaking
following you.
notifications on for
Oh
you.
crap! Everyone follows me in here. Never mind. I'm sorry.
I have notifications on for you.
You're following me.
Oh. Okay. I got 2 hours of sleep last night.
Hey, how do I send a tweet to the
Okay, so yeah, I may not be on my best.
You're forgiven.
I may not.
Hey, look at the link that I just sent in the group chat.
Oh, this is wrong. Oh.
There's John Humphreys. Yeah.
Look at the tweet I just sent.
There we go. Here's.
Yeah, Grand Isle is underwater right now.
Yeah, Grand Isle is.
Wait, how do you see that? I can't
gone.
see it.
Oh, yeah.
Grand Isle's gone. It's
Looks like a
Oh shit!
consistent ocean.
Hey, when I'm on severestudios.com, where do I go?
I have no idea. I haven't actually gone into it yet.
Yeah, I haven't went on the website. I tried to, and then it didn't work.
You want to know something crazy? The first advisory of Ida was only issued 72 hours ago.
Oh,
That's funny. You literally.
They said that the mayor couldn't even issue a mandatory evacuation because there wasn't enough time.
Sponsored by Brad Pitt.
Absolutely.
There's a whole host of problems in there with that and the emergency management.
She is horrific.
Part of the problem is it's hard to leave. Because
It is. That's why you gotta do this in advance. Like we can't wait until.
Oh my God.
Here's the problem. City managers will get the leaving thing and go, well, shit, in Hurricane Rita, 105, 107 people who died on the road trying out.
Yep.
And then you look at this and go, we're going to cause mass panic if we leave. And now we have a bunch of people who can't leave on short notice.
This is
who are
true.
stuck
That is a
there
good.
hunkering down
It's amazing.
for
Yeah.
a storm that's not survivable.
Oh,
That's a good point
Morgan's
to
in
make.
Morgan's in the space. I just noticed her.
Oh my god.
Plot twist. It's like act normal.
Let's not get our shit together.
Oh,
She's
She hasn't been in here very long.
I will. Oh, there we go. Let's get ourselves together here, people.
Oh no.
what's up, Morgan? What's up?
God
How you doing?
bless.
God bless us all. We're gonna need it. Okay.
I love how everyone's freaked out. Like, oh no, someone joined the space.
No, they don't do that when I join spaces. No.
Coming over here in New Orleans, it was coming coming in for about an hour, have the eye wall, the eye, and then kind of left for another hour or so as well. This is not going to be like that. This is a much longer duration event and potentially a lot stronger winds here, even though we're not going to have that eye to stay well to the west of us, but we're going to have a lot of impacts. Already, people are seeing impacts right now. Let's take a live camera look at, we were talking Gulfport, Mississippi. Gulfport is easily 65 miles to the northeast as the crow flies. You can see we've been dealing with a water rise here. And by the way, Gulfport, Biloxi, Pascagoula, 16 years ago, we had direct landfall of Hurricane Katrina on this state 16 years ago. So, yeah, we know what Mother Nature can bring to you. But right now, we're going to be, I think about 100 miles or so from that eye. That's some good news. A little closer in by about...
Alrighty, hello everybody. Happy Sunday. Today is going to be a very active day. We have a major Category 4 hurricane, Hurricane Hurricane Ida making landfall. Here is a look at the satellite imagery, and this satellite is just scary to look at. Look at this. Look at the power of this Category 4 hurricane. Oh my gosh. Just absolutely incredible. Here's a look at the visible satellite. This is what you can see from space. And just look at that eye. That is just scary to look at. Just incredible.
I wouldn't even call this the appetizer. We have a lot more weather to get through right now. I want to bring in Dr. Rick to talk about this. We have official landfall. That's when the center of the hurricane makes land. But people have to realize, you might say a couple hours from landfall, we have a couple of hours of the most intense weather to get through at the coast before that center point crosses. So don't let your guard down.
Case in point, Paul, we have an extreme wind warning out for some of the southern parishes of Louisiana for about another hour, and I expect more of these to come, perhaps including New Orleans, where you are, later on this morning or in the afternoon hours. Heads up, because the core of Ida is moving onshore now, with the eye wall about ready to get into the Grand Isle area. This high wind warning, this extreme wind warning, I should say, is for wind gusts over 115 miles per hour, and that includes areas of Houma, Grand Isle, Boothville, and everywhere in between. The extremely dangerous part of Ida is now making its way onshore. We've seen some sustained winds of 80 to 90 to 100 miles per hour in areas outside of the eye wall, and do expect the winds at Grand Isle to increase as well. Of course, some of these locations are at a bit higher elevation than normal, but you get the idea. We're about 25 miles away from where the center of rotation makes it onshore. That should be within the next hour and a half or so. Many other areas, as Paul was mentioning, are seeing significantly bad weather, including areas in southern Alabama and even western Florida and coastal Mississippi. With these outer rain bands moving through, you do expect wind gusts over 50 miles per hour and the possibility of tornadoes as well. This will be with us all day long. This satellite imagery is fantastic and extremely telling. Very, very dangerous conditions are in this eye wall, with the ruffled cloud appearance about ready to make it onshore into coastal Louisiana, with destructive winds well over 100 miles per hour. Now, let me time it out for everybody to give you an idea of when that worst weather, wind-wise, rain-wise, and the like, and surge will come in. We will start to see the wind turn out of the south across parts of southern Louisiana. That will bring much more significant water rises than even we're seeing now, and that will happen within the next couple of hours as the center crosses the coast. Now, the eye wall may indeed be approaching New Orleans by mid-afternoon, and in that, do expect wind gusts maybe approaching 100 miles per hour, which is why I think we'll see more of those extreme wind warnings issued later today. If you get one, take shelter, act as if a tornado is coming through. We will also see extremely bad weather well to the east of New Orleans, Slidell, Mississippi. Later on this afternoon and evening, wind gusts over hurricane force and the like, as well as in many other areas. Hammond and southern Mississippi even. We are going to see strong winds and very heavy rain and the possibility of tornadoes. We'll leave you with this live shot of New Orleans with the wind gusts already over 40 miles per hour.
Power outages are unpredictable, inconvenient, and disruptive to your life, posing a real threat to your comfort and safety. When the power goes out, you have no lights, no refrigeration, no heating or air conditioning. Your well well or sump pump won't work. Your modern daily electronics are rendered useless. And what if the power's out for days or weeks? Are you prepared? You can be with a Generac home standby generator. 24 days we were without power. I had water, I had ice, I had coffee, I had air conditioning. I was able to stay here because of the Generac. When a power outage occurs, your Generac home standby generator automatically powers up, so your life goes on without disruption. You and your family are comfortable, safe, and secure. Generac generators run on your home's existing natural gas or propane. And Generac's Mobile Link remote monitoring system keeps you posted on operating status, maintenance updates, and more. Generac generators are designed, engineered, and purpose-built in the USA. Generac is the #1 manufacturer of home standby generators in the world. 8 out of 10 home generators are Generac, with thousands of satisfied customers.
Very good product. Very, very good reviews from everybody.
Prices start at just $19.99, and owning a generator is easier than ever. Act now, and you can purchase and install a Generac home standby generator for as little as $99 a month, with no down payment. You will also receive a free 7-year warranty valued at $695. Hurry, this offer ends September 12th. Call now to request your free quote with one of Generac's 8,000 nationwide dealers. The call is free, the quote is free, and there's no obligation to buy. Call now, so the next time there's a power outage, your home powers up. Power your life with Generac. Call or go online to request your free quote today.
You know, if you want to make that sandwich the real deal, you got to focus on the bread layers. King's Hawaiian sliced bread makes everything better.
Honey, why is that Yeti in our kitchen?
I don't know. I'm booking you a one-way ticket to Flavor Town with a King's Hawaiian meatball sub. I gotta go. Your neighbor needs King's Hawaiian bread.
Everything's better between King's Hawaiian bread.
Hey, I got you.
Got yet?
Everybody,
Today the road is your classroom.
now, let's go borrow a boat and make some bad decisions. Time to go incognito.
You're almost done. Click the button in the bottom left to continue.
Time for your extracurriculars. Vámonos, amigos.
Is there an actual litter that actually works?
At Tiny Cats, litter benchings come naturally. Naturally strong unscented with activated charcoal or scented clean lemongrass with plant extracts. 100% natural, 100% powerful. There's a Tiny Cats for that.
Here's my new giraffe. What's that? Oh, Damprin.
Damprin? Yeah, Damprin. Gets rid of musty odors.
How? Well, Damprin attracts and traps excess moisture.
Eliminating the source of musty odors.
Mustiness, gone.
Oh my God.
Good Sunday morning. Welcome to Weekend Recharge. I'm meteorologist Paul Goodlow, and we are covering the imminent landfall, Category 4 of Hurricane Ida in Louisiana. I'm live here in New Orleans. You can see that eye wall getting closer and closer and already impacting severely some of the southern and southeastern parishes of this state. But we're seeing and feeling impacts well away from the center and well away from Louisiana, even parts of Florida, Alabama, Mississippi getting impacted right now from this hurricane, the latest major hurricane making landfall here in the U.S. It seems like it's a recent thing. We had several last year, and here we go again this year on this 16th anniversary of the landfall landfall of Hurricane Katrina here in Louisiana, and also you do know what happened in New Orleans here with the flooding. And by the way, the center of Katrina devastated coastal Mississippi, and they too are remembering this anniversary. Again, here in the French Quarter, we're seeing some wind and some rain right now, but the worst is yet to come. We've been dealing with tropical storm force wind gusts for the last 4 or 5 plus hours here across the region. Again, tropical storm force wind gusts 39 or higher. Now we have some light rain showers coming through here as well. But let's talk about other areas dealing impacts well away from the center of the system. We have tower dams all across the area. We have tower dams here in New Orleans showing you rain. Let's go to Gulfport, Mississippi. That's about, say, 60, 70 miles away from where I'm standing right now. And you can see the surge coming in. Again, this is nothing like Katrina with a 30-foot storm surge there on the coast of Mississippi. Biloxi, Pascagoula, Gulfport, devastated for miles inland. It's not that type of storm, but you are and will see even a higher storm surge as we head throughout landfall, even hours after landfall. Again, you're in that right front quadrant. You have that unaided push of this moisture by a system which could still be strengthening as we speak. A little closer in by maybe a dozen miles or so is Waveland, Mississippi, about maybe 45, 50 miles away from where we're standing. You too have surge water.